what you have is nothing more than a system of wires and circuits. It can show feelings only to the extent of which you program it to. It will be your friend, no more than the table you built it on will be.
Hello guys, welcome back to Habitual Crypto. My name's Dan, and here on the channel we like to make good habits in trading. So if you like trading cryptocurrencies and finding the best strategies to do so, please click that subscribe and like button, and follow us on Twitch if you're not already. Today we're going to look at Bitcoin, Ethereum, and we'll chart out any altcoins you guys are interested in. And I will talk about kind of my analysis for the short term here on Bitcoin. And then I just have a couple quick news articles for you guys. But yeah, with that, let's jump right into the Bitcoin chart here on the daily. This is the bull market as a whole, the bull run we've had since October. And you can see we, have dipped down to these levels, but 30,000 has been holding strong so far. Bitcoin on the daily here has been making higher lows and lower highs, so we're kind of coiling up here. There should be a some sort of substantial move here in the next few days. So this could go till like June 8th, which is like another week, but that normally these patterns don't go all the way to the end here. I'm expecting something, by June 4th or 5th. I think that's pretty reasonable, if not sooner, for this to break out. And with it breaking out, that doesn't mean, we're going to break down past 30K. It doesn't mean we're going to break up past, 40, 42K. We could just break out and form, another higher low or a lower high and kind of just make this pattern prolong this pattern, making it bigger and wider. So we'll see what happens here. In the meantime, if you are trading, this on the hourly here, hey, Moenuts, thanks for the follow. What's going on with the hold? So I am definitely hodling here. If we do break lower, I've been saying I think 28,000 is going to hold up pretty well. I would be surprised if we go lower than that. And I think even going down that far will be kind of one last play at getting rid of the weak hands. So the smart money trying to, buy up any, dumb money's selling to them. So basically, they're hoping people will continue to panic sell if we do have even a wick lower than 30K. And, if you watched the stream yesterday, basically, I think we're probably going to have some boring ranging here in the next month or two. And then I think we will have that final kind of spring, if you're familiar with the Wyckoff accumulation patterns. We will have that final spring, and then where the last of the weak hands get shaken out, and then we will kind of rocket up from there and eventually make new all-time highs. But in the meantime, like I said, if you are trading this, these basically, this symmetrical triangle, these trend lines you can keep an eye on. Try to be patient and wait for these trends to hit. And if we do have a breakout, you know, 30, 31,000, 30,000, these levels are going to be, if you're looking to put in buys, they might be nice, levels to be watching for a bounce at. And just be ready. None of this is financial advice, but if you're, looking to trade during this range, buying down at these levels and selling up near 40, 42, that range I think we're going to be in for a while. So those are, taking profits up there, buying a little, accumulating down here. That's the best game plan, I think, to lower your risk. And then if we do, obviously, if you do put in buys, have some stop losses below, these levels, below 30,000. Have, you could also have some buys above 42 if we break that, because we'll probably have a nice little pump if we break these levels. So just be ready and be cautious. But yeah, I'm hoping that we do range here for a month or two. I think this will be the best case scenario for us to kind of build up the momentum we need to get up past some serious resistance levels. So that's what I'm watching. In the meantime, hold token you want to take a look at. Okay, we could take a look at that. As far as altcoins go, Bitcoin dominance has continued to fall, and we are sitting at kind of a, key resistance for Bitcoin dominance. If we break here, I think we're going to see definitely a big move down. But then again, if Bitcoin breaks out of this pattern anytime soon, we may see, a little spike up for Bitcoin dominance, especially if we break down. So during this time, any Bitcoin moves, the altcoins have pretty much been making similar moves, but more stronger moves. So that works for the upside, but it also works for the downside. So the way I'm playing this, I'm trying to be patient, waiting for, Bitcoin to hit certain levels, buying some altcoins on their BTC pairings down here, down at these levels, and taking profits when we get closer to these levels. So if you're trying to make the most percentage-wise, playing the altcoins, but basically playing them, while also keeping an eye on Bitcoin is probably your best bet. We could take a look at Ethereum here, and then we'll take a look at some altcoins really soon. Ethereum, so had a nice day yesterday, now kind of cooling off, and we'll see if we make we still, kind of the same play here with Ethereum, making higher lows and lower highs, tightening up here. But if we look at the Ethereum BTC chart, you can see we did make a higher high after the initial bounce here, and now we haven't made we made a higher low, and now we're still moving up. I would say we've made a lower high on the hourly, but we are finding some support here, and we might be able to move up, kind of like we did when we hit some resistance here. we did have another kind of leg up in us. So we'll see what happens here. And yeah, let me just go through these really quick. Just some, we have Bitcoin electronic trading product in London and Paris is going to debut, which is nice. It's kind of like Europe's version of a ETF. And yeah, this is going to go, it's going to debut in the UK next week. So that's pretty nice. Macro positive news for Bitcoin and crypto as a whole. Just another alley for bigger investors and anyone to get into Bitcoin. And then if you haven't heard, India's central bank, now that we've dipped and maybe some Indian companies were able to buy in at lower levels, now they're saying, yeah, we weren't really going to ban crypto in India. That was just a misunderstanding. So, this is just part of the playbook of the smart money. So you guys gotta, they've done this plenty of times. Same thing with China. So just be aware. The news doesn't, mean as much as you may think. It's mainly used to manipulate people's thought process on the whole market. Yeah, that's all the news I'm going to go over today. Nice, you're in the UK? Yeah, so yeah, I was reading that article, and they are kind of using the Swiss regulations. I guess they're kind of shimmy sham their way to getting that product launched on the UK markets using some like loophole, which allows them to use the Swiss regulations instead of the UK. So, but yeah, that's good for Bitcoin anyway. So yeah, let's see here. Yeah, this week I'll be streaming today through Thursday, 4:30 p.m. Eastern to 6:30. And then next week I'm on vacation, and then the following week I'm starting a whole new schedule. I'm going to be streaming 1 p.m. Eastern to 3 p.m. Eastern. But then I'm going to be putting out a separate YouTube video every morning, as well as a lot of other social media stuff. And then I'm also going to be, putting my charts out there so you guys could take a look at them anytime. We'll have like a Discord and stuff like that. So yeah, that's exciting. But here we go. Let's take a look at hold for Mo here. So it looks like it's a Uniswap token. Oh, so did this launch yesterday or today? Launched today. Oh, hodl. Sorry. That's funny that there is a hold token that apparently is up like 2,000% today, something like that. So yeah, here we go. I believe that, does this look right to you? Did this one launch? Oh, that's October. What am I looking at here? Let me see if there's another. It goes like from October to June on that one. Let's see. Let me go to the. Yeah, it's weird. I've never seen this before. It's like it started in October and then it jumps to November, January, and then June 1st. So I don't know if it like. Let me see if I can find. Let me see if I can find. I think this is right. This looks a little better than what I was looking at. I mean, assuming this is right, it's pretty. It's a very like ranging. It's just in this range, so 30 days. Yeah, I mean, it looks like around like 0.000. Okay, I got it. I got it, Mo. This is it. There's the H. Yeah, so you're still in a downtrend here. Obviously, if you weren't in, in the beginning, it pumped hard, and now it's in a downtrend that has not really broken yet. Let me make this bigger for you. Oops. So, you continue to make lower highs and lower lows. So even though it looked like it was switching here, then you drop and now you're making a lower low currently. So, um, as long as, like, as far as a swing trade goes, um, you bought Saturday morning, the 31st. Okay, so hey Zibble, I'm good. How are you doing? Or the 29th, you said? Yeah, so um yeah, Mo, this yeah, unfortunately, it looked like, oh, it dipped and now maybe, I could see why you bought. You thought maybe there was another leg up here. Um, but unfortunately, it seems like it's, you know, kind of fading out here. So, not financial advice, in my opinion. It depends on what your time frame is. You might have to hold this quite a long time because I've seen a lot of coins like this. You might have to hold quite a long time for it to kind of level out. Like basically, it will stop making lower lows and it will start flattening out. And then if we stay in a bull market, you know, if the fundamentals are okay, most likely at some point the money will, kind of rotate back in eventually. And, you know, it could start, you got to wait for higher highs and higher lows. Um, kind of like from here, we saw a higher high and then a higher low, but then we had a lower high and then a lower low, so it didn't continue the trend up. So you know that's pretty much all I could tell you. A lot of these coins that you know pump right in the beginning, then they fade out for a long time, um, especially like low cap coins. So um, you either you know you know you could wait because it's making a lower low now and hope for at least one more like peak to make a lower high and take your losses there, or you might have to be very very patient to not lose out. um yeah, how's it going, Zibble? You hope you made it through the crash okay. Um, yeah, so what I'm looking for as far as like short term, I'm gonna try to be trading my BTC pairings. I think we're still in a bull market. Um, Obviously, I might have a little bias towards that, um, but as far as all of the metrics go, like new wallets is at all time highs. Um, Smart money is still buying Bitcoin. Long-term holders are not selling Bitcoin. It was all new people that panic sold or were way over leveraged. Yeah, the correction was more than it typically is in a bull market, but we also went up a lot faster and a lot higher than we normally have in the previous bull cycles. So we kind of went up faster and now dropped a little harder, but um, but yet we still didn't see that parabolic blow off top. So that's another indicator. Like none of this says top. Uh, they don't normally give people months to get out at the top. It's normally a blow off top, at least in the past few cycles. The leverage trading, I think, could have easily added an extra 10% drop to what normally would have been like a normal 40% drop that we've seen multiple times in the other cycles. And yeah, I'm not saying we won't go lower. Zibble, what I think is going to happen, I think the smart money's going to try to bore the weaker hands out of their Bitcoin for the next month or two. I think we're going to stay basically in between these blue lines here in this range. And towards the end, before they're ready to kind of start pumping it back up to higher levels, we'll probably see one more big fake out to kind of shake the last of the weak hands out down to like 28,000. But I think that will be bought up very, very quickly, and then we will start to kind of really get going. So, and that's kind of that scenario is kind of what I'm hoping for. I'm not really hoping for like a V-shaped recovery, because what we don't want to see is for us to, start just pumping up here and then get rejected at like 52,000. Because if that was to happen, then that would be a bigger signal that we are starting the bear market. If we stay down here and kind of range for a couple months, that's a very good sign of like more of a 2013 scenario where we had a big retracement, ranged for months, and then we went and had like that blow off top, going up another, 4 or 5x, something like that. So yeah, that's a scenario I'm hoping for. And while we're ranging here, I think there is money to be made. I think, let me turn the music back on for you guys. I'm mainly going to be focused on last summer was the DeFi summer before the bull run started. I think while Bitcoin is being boring, if that scenario plays out, a lot of money will go into, a lot of retail money even, and a lot of smart money will go into DeFi again. Plus you have Ethereum and Cardano, like, with big news upgrades happening this summer. The optimism rollups on Uniswap and Ethereum, that's huge. That eliminates the gas problem. And then you have the EIP 559 or whatever on Ethereum possibly happening this summer, where it basically becomes a deflationary asset. All this stuff happening, I think, could really, Cardano smart contracts could really, basically give us that big DeFi boom again this summer, just like it was last summer. So those are the coins I'm going to be focused on, mainly Ethereum, Polkadot, Cardano in the smart contracts category, maybe Solana, and then Aave, Yearn Finance, Maker, Uniswap, Sushi, Link. Those are the core coins I'm going to be focused on trading, at least initially here. That's what I'm going to be looking at, and I'm going to be trading the ones that look best against Bitcoin at those moments in time, including now. So I was saying, to me, I want to accumulate as much Bitcoin as possible in this time. I'm not worried about the dollar pairings. I'm worried about accumulating Bitcoin. So I'm going to be looking at the Bitcoin pairings. I'm going to be buying altcoins when I think Bitcoin is going to bounce at certain levels, in this range, in these patterns. So, if Bitcoin gets down to this level here, and looks like it's getting a bounce, I'll buy some altcoins, because if Bitcoin does bounces, those altcoins are going to bounce harder. And then when Bitcoin gets closer to these levels, I'm going to take profit back into Bitcoin. And I'm going to try to be disciplined. That's my game plan. So VET, even though, that's not one I'm focused on, we will take a look at it, because it looks really good against Bitcoin right now. So let's go ahead and take a look at that chart, because I did take a look at the chart. So this is the dollar pairing on VeChain. Okay, so let me see here. Let's do like a fib level on here. So we'll go down here. Let's take this off here, and you can see it got a perfect bounce. So you can see it's tightening up. It's doing what Bitcoin's doing right now, but maybe a little bit better actually. But forming that same triangle pattern here. But remember, this is on the dollar pairing. So if you're looking to make money, in dollars during this time, that's obviously very possible, but it won't be as easy, in my opinion. But so you can see VeChain's getting rejected on this fib level here. But it is making slightly higher highs, or it's making lower highs, but it's making higher lows also, and they're higher than Bitcoin's pattern that it's forming, even though it's the same pattern really. But then if we go look at, let's see, let me find it here. VeChain on Bitcoin here. So if we do the same thing here, you can see it's broken up higher on higher levels, then it's not staying down in this bottom area. And it's making it's a different pattern. It's forming a ascending triangle. Okay, so let me draw this out here. So this is the basic pattern we're looking at here. And you can see it's trying to break up through this fib level. And this is on the Bitcoin pairing. So obviously the dollar value will most likely either hold up if Bitcoin goes down, or will go up more if Bitcoin goes up. So, but yeah, if this breaks, which it's really trying to do, there's probably going to be a decent bump up here. So I like how this looks. Yeah, so the safest way to play this is because you can see it broke and got rejected. But if it breaks this fib level and comes back down and makes support on it, that's gonna be the signal, that you're gonna be, definitely first target is really the top here. So this fib level at the 377 000 so I would be taking some profits here, but then after that, really, closer to all-time highs is where I think it's headed. But this looks good. This looks better, better than its dollar pairing, and basically it's saying it's doing better than Bitcoin is. So, but this is a it's very close to, if we stretch this out a little bit more, it's very close to breaking out one way or the other. But I do like how this looks. So that's VeChain. I have, that is the one coin that you didn't mention that I've actually been considering. Yeah, VeChain's been, it has really nice pumps, but then pretty harsh retracements as well. So it's but I know it does have some good fundamentals, especially in certain countries. I think it's one of like 2 crypto that's been like approved for use in China. So I could be wrong, but I'm pretty sure that's what I heard about VeChain. Maybe you know better than me, but so yeah, I do like how that looks. There's one. This is BNB, so Binance coin. I didn't mention this one either, but you can see if we do this, it's the same it's the same scenario here for Binance, forming, you know, it's actually made higher lows. It's you know, could be ready to break out as well. It kind of looks even better because it's made a higher high, higher low, and now it did today just make another higher high than this previous one. So you break through this resistance right here, and you can see it was straight up or straight down from here. Most likely it's gonna go straight up there, so not looking too shabby. But keep in mind, all of these can be totally, all of this can be totally messed up if Bitcoin has a bad move. So if it has a good move, it can also be, they can be blown up too. Like they can be boosted quite a bit. So we'll see. But yeah, VeChain and Binance Coin looking good. And then let's go to the DeFi ones I've been talking about. All right. Hey, Zibble. So this week, same time frame. Next week, I'm on vacation again with my family. But then the following week, I'm going to be doing daily YouTube videos with what I do the first 15 minutes of every live stream. So I'm not going to be doing that. I'm going to be jumping right into charting on live streams. But I'm going to do the daily YouTube videos in the morning here. And then I'm going to do my Discord, have my charts available to everybody, and social media like Twitter and even TikTok, even though I don't really want to. I'm going to do those, like a lot more content there. And then I'm going to stream from 1 to 3 p.m. Eastern. So that's actually earlier for you. Hopefully that works better for you. Because I know it's late there, but so that would be about 3.5 hours earlier than I normally do. So hopefully that still works for you, because you've been one of my strongest followers here. So nice. All right, you get some sleep. Thanks for checking it out today. Good. Thank you. You too. Let's see, guys. Let me know if there's any coins you want to chart out here. Looking at a lot of Bitcoin pairings here. This is Maker. Which is looking pretty strong. Getting above the 236 fib level, and really had a V-shaped recovery, almost hit all-time highs on the Bitcoin pairing. So, and now made a higher low, and now we're headed back up, and we'll see, if it's able to break that, or, what's going to happen. But a major DeFi player, and I think Ethereum and DeFi will, hey, Crypto Hunter. Yeah, I missed you guys too. My game plan is I'm basically, what I think will happen is Bitcoin will probably range between 30 and 40,000 roughly for the next couple months. So I'm going to be trying to accumulate as much Bitcoin during that time, and the way I'm going to do that is by trading altcoins with their Bitcoin pairings. So it seems like the altcoins, when Bitcoin goes down, they're dropping harder. But when Bitcoin ranges back up, they're pumping a lot harder. So, I'm going to try to use those altcoins I like and the ones I think will be the strongest during this period of time, which I think will probably be the DeFi plays and some of the smart contract plays like Ethereum, Cardano, and Polkadot, because they all have kind of huge upgrades and, things happening this summer. So like June and July, that's what I'm going to be focused on. I think if Bitcoin continues to be kind of boring and just ranges here, a lot of money is going to flow into DeFi, where you can make, you can farm, you can stake, you can make interest, that sort of thing. That was huge last summer. Maybe we have another like DeFi summer this time around, and so that's my game plan. It could change if Bitcoin does something drastic, but I think Bitcoin will be boring for the next couple months, and then I think we're going to start our final phase up to higher highs, all-time highs. But that could be, it could be anywhere from like 1 to 5 months, in my opinion. So, but I really think the minimum is going to be a month. So that's what I'm going to be focused on. So I'm basically looking at a lot of Bitcoin pairings to look to, basically short-term swing trade kind of. And I'm looking at key levels and which ones look strong. So we just looked at VeChain. I could go back and just show you kind of what I'm looking at here. So if you look, this is the USD pairing, having trouble getting above this fib level, but it continues making, it's forming a triangle pattern here. But if you look at the Bitcoin pairing, if I can find it here. You can see it's actually an ascending triangle, and it's very close to breaking out here. So it could get rejected, But as long as Bitcoin doesn't do anything drastic, I wouldn't be surprised if it, you know, it's looking strong here. This trend is looking strong, and you know, tried to break here a couple times already, getting rejected a third time, but you know, I wouldn't be surprised if it keeps going here and punches through. So I like how VeChain looks. If we look at Bitcoin here, you know, it's tightening up here, but you know, we might come up to the top of this range over the next couple days, and then we might come back down. So I'm going to be taking profits, you know, on the altcoins back into Bitcoin when we get close to these trend lines, at the top trend lines here. And, you know, I'll take most of my profits if we get to this trend line. If we break through, I'll still have a little bit to, you know, because you'll probably see nice gains if we break through it. If, you know, and then on the way down, I'll be looking to buy down here. And if we break through, I'll be looking to buy wherever we get a bounce. So, which would most likely be at 30,000. Again, like I said, if we keep ranging in here. So that's my game plan. If there's any alts you want to look at, let me know. Let me know if there's any coins you guys want to check out. right, guys, I'm gonna head out. I'll see you tomorrow at 4:30 p.m. Eastern.